to Farmington Hills, y'all. Look at what you're missing. Need a Cybertruck? We got you. Bed Bath & Beyond? We got you. Everything you need right here, Farmington Hills.
All right, if you thought that that was a Tesla dealership, you would be wrong. That is a Cybertruck dumping ground outside of a shuttered Bed Bath & Beyond in a Detroit suburb. Some residents who estimate they've seen up to 100 Cybertrucks left in the shopping center's parking lot initially assumed that the trucks were just unsold inventory from a nearby dealership. However, Tesla employees who spoke with CBS Detroit insisted that the vehicles have already been sold. So they say the company is merely storing these units at the shopping center, which shares an owner with a local Tesla service center until it can deliver them to their new owners. City officials, however, say that Tesla never got their approval to use the lot, and that doing so is a clear violation of local policy. Charmaine Kettler-Schmaltz, Director of Planning and Community Developing for Farmington Hills, told CBS Detroit that the city had already reached out to the shopping center about removing the Cybertrucks, explaining that shortage of vehicles is not a permitted use of the parking lot. So this is just the latest trouble for Musk's Cybertruck, and there has been plenty. As you can see here, they've sold less than what was predicted. They're reselling for a much lower value, and they've even been bumped as being the #1 electric vehicle pickup to the Ford F-150 Lightning. And yeah, these headlines say it all, right? The Tesla future is uncertain as 10,000 Cybertrucks remain unsold. It's crazy, it's crazy. And you know what, I feel like we talk about Elon Musk a lot. Granted, he's in the news a lot, right? Because he puts himself in the news all the time. But these Cybertrucks really, like I have to say it every time I talk about them, they look like giant refrigerators on wheels. I hate seeing them driving around my town because they're so ugly, they're so gray, and this world is gray enough and I hate it. But on top of that, it is kind of nice to see that people don't want them anymore, right? Because like maybe if people don't want them, then I have to see less of them. So I'm not mad about all of this, but they have, they've either slowed down production to a crawl or they've stopped it completely. They have stopped it completely in the past and then picked it back up. They stopped doing custom orders, or they were selling one version and saying it was a different version because they made too much of the first one. So a lot of shenanigans going on with the Cybertruck. It's such an ugly thing. And these other truck companies are now producing their own electric pickups. They actually look like like pickup trucks, and they're probably more functional as pickup trucks, right? I don't know who the target market is for. I mean, I can guess, but it's not regular truck people who are buying Cybertrucks.
Yeah, it really is an ugly car. I think the reason people were buying it originally was because there weren't that many out there. So they thought, people thought I'll be this unique person driving around in this weird, as you said, refrigerator on wheels. Looks to me a little bit like the DeLorean. Remember the DeLorean?
Yeah.
John DeLorean. You're too young for it, but the DeLorean.
I know about DeLorean.
If it looks like they took the DeLorean and kind of like, made it bigger, and then they made it uglier.
And somehow less cool. Like Elon, I feel like everything he touches, it gets less cool than it was before. Like even space travel feels less cool now that Elon Musk is involved. I'm sorry, continue.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. And I just gotta wonder, like, who approves the design? Obviously, Elon has some, he's the final approval probably, but it really is an ugly car. And so the fact that person in that video was saying that these are cars that are, people haven't bought, then that was funny. The other thing I would ask is, doesn't Michigan have like a lot of unused land? Like there's got to be some area besides a parking lot inside a major city to put those cars. Like I feel like a lot of our states have big farm areas or big unused just dirt roads, the places where they go and they bring the carnival or, the traveling carnival kind of a thing. There's got to be an area where they can put it rather than putting it in a busy mall.
Yeah, you would think, like what spirit Halloween, what's going on in that parking lot? They're not using it right now. But
Exactly.
yeah, like correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the Cybertruck one of the things that Elon Musk actually did design himself? Like this was
Oh,
like his idea, and he said, "Oh yeah, this will be great. Make it out of stainless steel," which makes it like it's so dumb. But
yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts on the Cybertruck. Elon Musk right now, he's fun to joke about. He's an interesting guy. He's an annoying person, right? But he is a very, very consequential person in not just in our government, but in the world, right? Like he's involved in so many other governments, not just ours. He is involved with so many countries through his businesses, right? He's not going to go away anytime soon. He's not going to lose his money overnight. He's not going to lose his influence overnight. Even if he gets kicked out of certain positions from his companies, which seems likely to happen, if not soon, then eventually. Even if that happens, he's still going to be a major player. He's still going to have a huge stake in a lot of things. He's somebody who we have to get used to. The problem is he is way too influential for someone who, one, is not even a member of our government, and he has so much sway over the government, right? He's just a businessman, and he's not a nice dude, right? And we know that he's selfish, and they keep letting him do things in our government, and I wish they would stop. So, anyway. This is fun for us in the meantime that his sales are not doing well.